Hello, this tutorial will be pencil crayon galaxy stars in a black background. It's very similar to my first tutorial, the pencil crayon galaxy stars in color, but the difference will be the sky will be black, so there's a little bit of a different technique in how we will blend the star into the sky. So first off, just draw a square or a circle, any shape, doesn't matter. And we're going to start off with our white pencil crayon. And we're going to draw a circle. Color a circle in the middle of your paper or your shape or wherever you want to start off. Then we're going to get our first shade of purple, Lavender PC934. This is our lightest shade of purple. And we're going to color in little circles around this white circle. Then we're going to go in with our second shade of purple, our medium shade, which is Lilac PC956. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to color in circles around the first purple circle that we already did. Now you don't have to use purple. You could do red, orange, blue, green, any color you want. Just pick 3 shades that are very close to one another. Then we're going with our darkest purple, Mulberry 995. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to color around that purple we just did, and we're coloring in little circles. Circles tend to blend better for galaxy coloring versus horizontal and vertical coloring. So this is why I am coloring in circles. In this tutorial, there are some areas where I speed up the coloring, so you guys don't have to sit there watching me color the background. Let me know if you prefer that, if you prefer when I speed up the video, or if you like me to do it in real time for the whole thing. And here I am sweeping away the dust with a paintbrush. You don't need to use a paintbrush, you could just dust it off in the garbage. Now we're using a black pencil crayon, and we are just drawing a black circle around the outer edge, just like that. This is where we are separating our black sky from the star itself. We're using full pressure here, coloring in the background as dark as we can, sweeping away the dust. And then we're going back in with the black again, and we're going to color very lightly in that circle that we have there. Like light to medium pressure. Then we're going to go back to our darkest shade of purple, Mulberry 995. And what we're going to do is we're going to blend this purple into that light black to make like a purple black. And we're pulling it down into the last ring of dark purple there, the mulberry. We're blending all of them together. I'm using really firm pressure here. Now this is what I was talking about, speeding up the video. Let me know if you guys prefer this, or if you prefer me doing it all real time. I just didn't know if it was too much and too long. You can pause the areas where I speed it up so you can catch up while you're doing your own coloring. I'm just sweeping away the dust here. I'm going to go back in with the white. And we are going to go in little circles again and blend the lightest purple in the center in with the white. So we're just using firm pressure here and turning that light purple into a white light purple. Then I moved out to the next color, the next ring of color, and I'm doing the same thing again, going in circles, just blending it out with the white. If you see me go back to the center, I'm just making sure the white is very bright in the center. If it got dirty from the other colors, I'm just recoloring the white to make it clean. And here we are with the colorless blender. What we're doing here is we're erasing, blending in the line separating the dark purpley black color into the light, which separates both colors. So we're basically just coloring right down the center of that line that's separating the two shades, the darker and the light. And we're just going in little circles. You can do a little bit of horizontal and vertical coloring here if you like. Here I'm just showing you the light and the dark, how they're separated by that line, and I'm just going in circles directly over that line to smudge it out. And we're just going over and over, just anywhere we see that two colors are being separated by a line, and we're just smudging those lines out by going in circles. Lots and lots and lots of circles. This takes a really long time. Going back with the white, just brightening up the center. Because when we dust away the pencil crayon crumbs, it sometimes can make the white dirty. So this is why I just keep going back over the white, making sure it's staying white and bright and clean. This scrap piece of paper here to clean off the colorless pencil crayon. We want to keep it clean when we start any new area on our art, because even though it's colorless, it picks up color. So now you can see it's like nice and clean. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to soften the edge of that white circle we just colored in the center. And I'm just going to soften the edge of the white circle we just colored. I'm going to do that by coloring in little circles with the colorless pencil crayon around the edge of that and just blend it into the light purple. Just softly, it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just taking away any harsh lines, edges. Then you see I'm moving over to the next hoop, the next ring of circle. I can talk, I promise. The next ring of color, and we are just softening that line now. Going in circles over that line where the dark mucky purples are being separated by the lighter medium purples, and we're just softening that line. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to blend it in, make it look as best as we can. Wiping away the dust again. We're going back in with the colorless pencil crayon, and we're just going to blend away the dark black line. It's a very strong black line separating the sky and the stars, so I'm just trying to soften that by going in circles directly down the middle of that line. This takes a long time. As you see, I've sped up the video. You can pause it here until you get yours blended in. And again, let me know if you enjoy this sped up, or if you prefer me doing it in real time with you. I cleaned off my pencil on a scrap paper because I just finished coloring the black sky before I went into the light areas again. I'm just softening some areas that look a little bit messy. And I'm just sweeping away that dust again. And the coloring is done now. So now we're going to go in with the UniPosca white paint pen. I used the 0.7 millimeter tip. Cleaning off the tip, pumping and priming the paint, and getting ready to add our actual star in the center of what we just finished coloring. So we're going to put it right in the center. We're going to color a little circle in the middle, and that is our star. And we are finished. Now we can add some stars to the black sky. If you want very tiny stars, barely touch a paper, bigger stars, add more pressure, and even bigger stars, you can color in like a little circle to add some more ink. Make sure your stars are circle. Double tap them with more ink if you want them to be more circular. Now to make your star bigger, we're going to add some lines. Add more pressure from the center of the circle and swipe out, almost like a flicking release. When you come to the end of a line, you kind of release it and flick it. And you're adding a lot less pressure at the end of the line. Closer to the center, you're adding more pressure and letting more paint flow, and then you're lightening your hand. There, I messed up this one here. You see, I'm practicing this. So if you kind of mess it up, it's kind of hard to go back in and fix your line to get the like nice pointy edge. You kind of have to get it on a first go. So you can see there the end of this line here is a little bit too thick compared to the other three. It's nice. They're nice and like tiny at the tips. So that just takes practice. You could just practice on a scrap piece of paper. Here I'm adding a few more diagonal lines with the same technique. And we're all done. And that is how I blend colored stars into black skies. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below, and I will get back to you and answer any questions you have. Yeah, and let me know if you prefer this type of tutorial. I'm pretty new at making tutorials and learning how to use YouTube, so I hope you enjoyed. Hope this was helpful.